Hi, my name is Matt with State of Flux, here to give you a ranking of the Conjuring franchise. I'm going to start with the worst film of the bunch and work my way up to the best film of the bunch. So here is how they rank, and rank is a good term for our last place. In 8th place is The Curse of La Llorona. This movie surely does rank. It's not very good. It's really only tangentially connected to the larger franchise. Completely scareless, a waste of Linda Cardellini, who's a tremendous actress, and the only real connection to the Conjuring franchise, as far as I could tell, was it has a character that would show up in my number 7 pick. So moving on to Annabelle. There's a priest character that apparently is both in Curse of La Llorona and Annabelle. Annabelle is my number 7 pick. This movie is utterly forgettable, completely void of any scares whatsoever. This is a movie just filled with cliches. Annabelle, more like sitting through hell, Anna Hell. That pun didn't really work out, but that's okay. I'll get better as I go along. In the number 6 spot is The Nun. The Nun does have a couple of scary parts, but it is absolutely ludicrous. Right down to the whole Jesus blood ending, which is mind-numbing. And then you have characters that are like, they know they're facing down a demon, and yet they're like, I'm gonna go investigate this strange noise, and then they go off. Chances of me rewatching this, pretty much none. In the number, let's see, where we at? 5 position is The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. This one is pretty weak sauce when it comes to scares. I did enjoy, however, the relationship that the two main Warrens had. So yeah, but the directing left something to be desired. Fun fact, it was directed by the cat who did The Curse of La Llorona. There you go. Number 4 position is Annabelle Comes Home. This movie isn't really scary, but it is easily the most fun out of all the Conjuring franchise. This movie is sort of like a Scooby-Doo movie brought to life. It even has a werewolf in it at one point. It involves the daughter of the Warrens, and she has a couple of pseudo-friends that are over at the house kind of babysitting her, and one of those friends decides to try to connect with her father, and who's passed away, and goes into the forbidden room of the Warrens. Not the womb of the Warrens, that'd be weird. The room of the Warrens, and starts touching all the artifacts, and all the artifacts coming back to life. Spooky noochies. Completely illogical, and this whole franchise is built on the fact that based on a true story. This one isn't. Very much so. But it is the most fun out of all of them. Highly recommend Annabelle Comes Home. In the number 3 position, I'll go with the original Conjuring. Annabelle Comes Home and the original Conjuring kind of go back and forth in my mind. Annabelle Comes Home, more fun. The Conjuring, better movie. James Wan is a strong director. And this has some genuinely scary movies, such as the clap clap moment. Number 2 is Annabelle Creation. This one is easily the scariest of the Conjuring franchise. The director of this film, he did another movie, it was another prequel film to another franchise where the first released film was absolutely hot garbage, and he came in, prequelized it, and made a really successful, strong horror film, and that other movie was Ouija. He did Ouija Origin, Annabelle Creation the following year. Both of them are origin stories of the title object, and Annabelle Creation. This dude is a master of suspense. He gives you a moment, he conditions you to expect the jump scare, because he gives you a couple of them really, really early on. Then as each one goes on, he will prolong that pause before the pop as long as humanly possible. It'll be so long that you'll start to relax, and then he'll give it to you with the big pop scare moment, and and sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he just goes on to the next scene and lets that suspense hang over the next scene, and knowing that you're going to go back to that other moment eventually. It is just high-tension feature filmmaking, and is easily the scariest, genuinely most suspenseful, scary movies that I've seen in many, many years. Probably not the best. The screenplay is a little weak sauce at times, but Homeboy really brought it when it came to the direction, that building of suspense, and that suspense and release of the tension. One of my friends commented on how it's sort of like the edging of horror movies, which made me laugh. Number one best movie of the entire franchise is The Conjuring 2. Strongest screenplay, best direction. The camera is a character in this movie and how it weaves in and out, and you can really see how James Wan was selected to make other kind of genre fare films like Aquaman, and I think he was just coming off of Furious 7. But James Wan is like genuine talent in the industry. He's a good scary movie filmmaker. He's now proved himself to be a good action filmmaker, and there's a couple action beats in Conjuring 2 that really work as well. But like all the Conjuring core Conjuring films, it's the Warrens, the relationship with the Warrens that you genuinely care about. These are wonderful characters to sit along with for 2 hours and some change, and get spooked and whatnot. It does kind of fall into, this whole franchise kind of falls into that Greatest Showman kind of vibe, where it's really good movie making, excellent entertainment, terrible history. However, this one captures the history a little better than some of the others. So yeah, but it's worth looking into the actual events that inspired many of these films. Some of them, they get kind of close at times. This movie and The Devil Made Me Do It to some extent as well. Annabelle, not so much. But anyway, that's my ranking of The Conjuring's best film, Conjuring 2, worst film, The Curse of La Llorona, but that's only kind of tangentially connected. The worst real one of the Conjuring franchise is Annabelle. But yeah, rank these movies down below in the comments. Where do you think each of them stand? And thanks for watching.